Cobby, we'll talk about the sort of reflect on the campaign in a second, but let's just talk about the closing stages there. It threatened to get a bit out of hand, I think it's fair to say.
With
just a few bit of pushing and shoving out in the field.
Yeah, well, obviously it was a close game, and that tends to bring some heated moments. I think Jimmy got a couple of send-offs, and obviously, that's not necessarily how the game should be played. And I think they were questioning the spirit of the game in which he was playing at the end there, which I think is a bit harsh. But yeah, I mean, like I say, close game, things on the line, and these things can happen, but it's obviously not what we want to see.
Taking that out of it, it was a terrific game of cricket.
Yeah, it was. Great game of cricket, even better game of cricket if we're on the winning side, which arguably, when you get that close, we probably should have been.
As far as the match itself goes, just felt that maybe in the field and with the ball, not quite as sharp as possibly some of the other matches, but still 214 was chaseable.
214 clearly was chaseable, but it was probably 15 and 20 over par. We just weren't quite on it again. We've been off it with the ball and in the field probably for the last week, which hasn't been good enough. And that cost us. It just shows at the end there. You still have one tight over that goes for 6-7, and they're the difference of a few runs that would have got us over the line. So it just shows, even if there's a lot of runs being scored and things are getting out of hand, then it just takes one good over from an individual can kind of win you the game as well.
And a terrific partnership between yourself and Chris Lynn. Chris setting the record tonight for the most T20 runs in a season for Northamptonshire.
Well, fair play to Chris. He's had an outstanding season, and it's obviously very nice batting with him, knowing there's someone that can clear the ropes at will. And obviously we speak good cricket when we're out there. It's good fun. I thought we kept it at 12s for a period of time, and we're probably just. If we could have had one more big over a bit later on there, and it's easy to say now, if we kept going for a couple more overs, I think we would have been a lot closer to getting over the line, but obviously not to be. And Linny's been outstanding for us both on and off the field, and obviously we wish him well, and I'm sure everyone would love to see him in Steelback colours again at some stage.
With 4 games to go, obviously qualification was very much on. What would you say was perhaps the turning point when things just started to go a little bit awry?
Well, great question. We just spoke a little bit about our intensity in the field and with the ball, whether we've quite been on it the last 4 games, but obviously I don't want it to be a batters v bowlers, because you got to Yorkshire and the batting let us down a bit. But I think just as a group we've not been quite on it, and whether that's complacency or almost a bit of anxiety going into big games, and whether people have been a bit insular rather than just going out there and playing with freedom. That's only the individuals know that from looking at themselves, and we've got to do some self-reflecting on that, because ultimately that last week there, losing 4 in 4 hasn't been good enough. We had it in our grasp and we should have qualified.
And of course very little time to sort of reflect and draw breath of the match on Sunday.
Yeah. India on Sunday. Not really got a lot to say on that. I suppose we've got to go again just to help the club out, and it is what it is. But it'd have been nice to be playing them with something to play for the following week. But I think a few people will probably put their legs up and rest. And ultimately, Div 1 cricket. Every game for us now is big. So we've got to rest up, and we've got 3 big games going into the rest of July and going into the 50 over. We've got 3 big games to come up where a win would put us in a great position in that.